Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2019. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. We have the S&P 500 E-mini futures flat this morning to 2836.5 per contract. You're going to see that they just dipped a little bit. They were higher right around 4 o'clock in the morning and then gave that rally away. So we'll see how it plays out once the opening bell rings. Again, a very, very important session on our hands here today. We have the Federal Reserve coming out with their interest rate policy decision for the U.S. at 2 p.m. That'll be followed by a Jay Powell press conference. So we'll see how this market plays out. Right now, the market is expecting the Fed to leave things unchanged, but basically their verbiage could move the market. So we got to be aware of that. But that meeting will conclude today, and we will have a press conference and a statement out around 2 p.m. All right, let's take a look at stocks in the news. The first one today is going to be a big one. Federal Express stock right now trading at 171.05. Federal Express guiding down. They basically said there's a global slowdown going on. So this stock is probably all about a trade deal with China now. They also cited Europe, that their TNT business was not very strong, and again, no shocker or surprise with that statement, but we'll see how it plays out. Right now, when I look at the stock, I have to think it's going to be tough to really break through these lows. I don't see that happening right now. I think Federal Express today will watch for pattern, but I really don't see this thing getting much below 168. I could be wrong. You never know what can happen after earnings. In sympathy, you have UPS down. I own shares in UPS. Full disclosure, stocks trading at 108.60, closed at 110.35. We also have IYT, which is the transport ETF, trading a bit lower today as well at 184.15. And then take a look at XPO. That'll usually fall with it as well. That closed at 50.83, now trading at 50.30. So lots of transport names getting dragged lower today on the back of Federal Express, and we'll see how that finishes today. One thing I will say, Federal Express, with their statement, probably put the Federal Reserve in a little bit of a box here where they will probably remain dovish. At least that's what I would expect. All right, let's get over to the next one here, which is General Mills. GIS is the ticker symbol here. Ooh, this stock's already pulling back off its intraday highs. Closed yesterday at 47.24. Right now trading at 48.53. You can see just a little while ago it was up around $50.50. Again, if it does get back to that level, I think there's still a lot of resistance for General Mills around the $50.50 level. There's also more resistance around 51. So again, keep that on the radar today. If it does start to move higher, we will keep this. We will look at this one once the opening bell rings. Let's take a look at Post. Sometimes that will trade in sympathy. Not doing a whole lot. Let's take a look at Kellogg's. Kellogg's actually trading up on the news. So again, Kellogg's and Post holding up well. General Mills still in positive territory from yesterday's close. Let's take a look at Google. We're going to use the A shares, which is Google L. What you're going to see here is that the stock is trading at $1,199.80. Down a little bit from the 1202.99 close. Looks like the European Union levied a $1.7 billion fine citing antitrust. So Google under a little bit of pressure, but that might have already been baked into the cake. So again, not a big downtick there. We'll look at this one as well once the opening bell rings. Google's been very, very strong as of late. Let's take a look at Monster Beverage. MNST is the ticker symbol here. Stock is trading at 56.50, closed at 57.93. Looks like this was downgraded, so this is selling off a little bit. I like the 55.75 level today. That's not that far off. There's a pretty good amount of support right there. Keep that on the radar. 55.75 today. All right, let's take a look here at Sony, SNE. It looks like they were downgraded today. Stock right now trading at $44.04. Closed at $45.53. Again, hard to see a whole lot of downside here for Sony, but nonetheless, we'll look at it once the opening bell rings. If you own it, again, monitor this one and we'll see where we go. But right now, I don't see Sony going a whole lot lower from here, but you never know. Let's go over to ticker symbol AIR, which is AAR Corp. Stock right now trading at 33.10. A level I like for this stock with today is a bit lower. I'll probably post this up in the intraday stock chat room as a gap play. Next up, we want to take a look at CREE, C-R-E-E is the ticker symbol there. Stock was down, upgraded today. CREE trading nicely around 58.80. This has been a powerhouse stock. And again, moving up today. I don't know if it has a whole lot of upside from here, but nonetheless, if you own it, trail the stop loss. Let's take a look at AMD, which had a huge surge yesterday on the back of partnership news with Google Gaming. And stock right now trading at 26.34. Was a bit higher earlier, now pulling back a little bit. I don't see much to do here, but we will be looking at this one in the intraday stock chat room once the opening bell rings today. It is a bit overbought on the smaller time frames, so we'll be a little bit careful there. All right, let's shift gears here a little bit. Let's go over to the gold market. Gold futures trading up a point to 1307.5 an ounce. If you take a look at the GLD, that's trading at 123.51. Gold will be in play today after the Fed announcement. Make no bones about that. If the Fed is dovish, we'll see if gold can get a bid. If the Fed is a little bit hawkish, which I don't expect, maybe gold sells off a little bit. Let's go over to crude oil, down 53 cents to $58.76 a barrel. So, again, we have oil slipping a little bit here this morning. The USO also down around the 1220 level. The USO is a good ETF to track the movement in crude. If you haven't done so, come on over. Take that 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat room. We're having a dynamite 2019. We had a great 2018. And again, come on over. You can trade right alongside of us. With that being said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here short and sweet. I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts.